Hi all, welcome to Tech Forum. In this video, let us see how to use performance APIs to measure the web performance. Web performance is how long a site takes to load, become interactive and responsive to the users. Web performance includes both objective measurements like time to load, frames per second and time to become interactive, and subjective experiences of how long it felt like it took the content to load. The Performance API provides access to performance related information for the current page. It is part of the High Resolution Time API but is enhanced by the Performance Timeline API, the Navigation Timing API, the User Timing API and the Resource Timing API. The High Resolution Time Standard defines a performance interface that supports client-side latency measurements within applications. The performance interfaces are considered high resolution because they are accurate to a thousandth of a millisecond. Some of the benefits of using performance APIs are these APIs augment experience when using performance profiling in DevTools. The second one is Chrome DevTools and other tools like Lighthouse are only helpful during the development phase. But with the performance APIs, we can get real user measurement in production. That is called as real user monitoring RUM. Also we can get really precise timestamps which makes the analysis of these performance metrics very accurate. Also supports custom metrics to measure performance characteristics specific to your website. Let us quickly see the API details. The first one is High Resolution Time API. So if you see here, there is an interface performance. It has an attribute time origin and returns DOM high response timestamp, then method now, and again it returns DOM high response timestamp, then another method to JSON. The time origin returns the high resolution timestamp of the start time of the performance measure, when the performance measure started. Then now this returns the current time in milliseconds. The returned value represents the time elapsed since the time origin. Then to JSON, this method returns the JSON objects representing the performance object. The DOM high response timestamp represents a high resolution point in time. The type is double and is used to store the time value in milliseconds. The attributes and methods can be invoked through Window.performance object. The next one is Performance Timeline API. This is an extension to the Performance API. The extension provides interfaces to retrieve performance metrics based on specific filter criteria. The Performance Timeline API extends the performance interface with three methods to get a set of performance metrics based on the specified filter criteria. If you see here, performance interface, three methods: get entries, then get entries by type, then get entries by name. So it returns performance entry list. It have the performance metrics. Get entries returns all the performance metrics. Then get entries by type. You can specify the type. Example, navigation, resources, etc. Then get entries by name. You can specify the name. Example, you want to get the performance metrics for specific image. You can specify the image URL. The next one is performance entry. This represents a single performance metric that is part of the performance timeline. Performance entry can be directly created by making a performance mark or measure at an explicit point in an application, or the performance entry is created indirect ways such as loading a resource. Performance entry instances will always be one of the following subtypes: performance mark, performance measure, performance frame timing, performance navigation timing, performance resource timing, or performance pane timing. The performance entry has these attributes. One is name of the entry, then entry type, it can be navigation, resource, anything, then start time of that entry, then duration of the entry in the performance timeline. Next one is Navigation Timing API. Navigation Timing API provides data that can be used to measure the performance of a website. The Navigation Timing API helps to measure real user data such as bandwidth, latency, or the overall page load time for the main page. This graph shows the different timing attribute defined. Example, start time, redirect start, redirect end, fetch start. there are multiple timeline attributes defined as part of this navigation timing API. The performance navigation timing interface provides methods and properties to store and retrieve metrics regarding the browser's document navigation event. For example, this interface can be used to determine how much time it takes to load or unload a document. The navigation type metrics can be retrieved by performance.getEntriesByType navigation. This retrieves all the navigation type metrics. So some of the attributes are entry type navigation, then name will have the actual resource URL, then start time, then duration, type, it can be navigate, reload, back forward, then transfer size, encoded body size, decoded body size, then next hop protocol, it can be HTTP 1.1 S2, also other attributes. The next one is resource timing API. Resource timing API helps to retrieve and analyze detailed network timing data regarding the loading of an application resources. For example, the resource timing API can be used to determine the length of time it takes to fetch a specific resource such as an XML HTTP request, SVG, images, scripts, and other resources. This graph shows the different timing attributes defined. Example, start time, again redirect start, redirect end, fetch start, all the available attributes. The performance resource timing interface enables retrieval and analysis of timing data regarding the loading of an application resources. The resource type metrics can be retrieved by performance.getEntriesByType resource. These are all the sum of the attributes: entry type resource, start time, duration, initiated type, it can be script, link, or other resource types. Also, this has other supported attributes. The next one is paint timing API. The paint timing API provides timing information about paint operations during web page construction. The paint metric can be retrieved by performance.getEntriesByType paint. The attributes are first paint, when the browser first rendered after navigation, then first contentful paint, when the browser first rendered any text, image, non-white canvas or SVGs. The next one is user timing API. User timing API allows the developer to create application specific timestamps that are part of the browser's performance timeline. Mark events are named by the application and can be set at any location in an application. Measure events are also named by the application, but they are placed between two marks. This helps to calculate the custom timing metrics, the duration measure between any two mark points. The measures will be displayed in the browser's DevTools performance timeline. The performance interface has different methods. If you see here, mark, clear marks, then measure. This is the way we can access user timing API. Performance.mark, marker name A, then performance.mark, marker name B. Perform your application logic between these two markers. Then performance measure, so measure name, then marker name A and marker name B. This calculates the duration between this marker name A and marker name B. Then performance dot get entries by name, your mark, you can get the mark entry. Also performance dot get entries by type measure, so it will return the measure entry. Let us now quickly see the demo. I have created a Express.js application to show the demo. Yeah, there is a HTML performance API demo.html is just printing all the required metrics and attributes. Then different script files to show the use of different APIs. The first one is high resolution API.js. Here if you see, we are using performance.now to calculate the start time, then what is the time, then we are executing some application logic. Here I am just using while loop for demo, then end time, then again performance.now. So then you can calculate the difference between the end time and start time. So that will give you the duration of executing this specific application logic. So also you can get this performance.time origin. As we discussed, this is the performance calculation start time. Then also you can even add the performance.now to calculate the current time. Then again performance.to JSON, you can print the performance object with all this data. So you can use this performance.now in anywhere in your application to calculate the time difference between 2 points. The next one is navigation timing API.js. If you see here, we are getting this window.performance. get entries by type navigation. We are getting all the navigation type objects. Then we are printing all the attributes. If you see here entry type, then entry type, transfer size, start time, redirect count. Even we can get the domain lookup time like this, domain lookup end minus domain lookup start. Also connect time, response end minus response start. Here again we can print this to JSON, means the JSON representation of this navigation object. There are different attributes that can be also used. Next one is paint timing API.js. If you see here, we are getting the entry like window.performance get entries by type paint. Then printing the start time r.start time for both the first contentful paint metrics. Also printing the JSON representation of the object r.toJSON. The next one is resource timing API.js. Here we are getting resource specific metrics window.performance get entries by type resource, then printing all the attributes r.name, entry type, initiation type, start time, connect time, then duration, then protocol, then domain lookup time. So even other attributes are there, you can use that. Also printing the JSON representation of this object r.toJSON. The next one is user timing API.js. If you see here we are defining some custom marker and measures. So marker name A, example marker A, marker name B, then example marker B. You can specify whatever. Then we are specifying the marker performance.mark, marker name A. We are starting that. Then we are performing some time consuming logic, business logic. So here I am just doing a while loop for demo. Then performance.mark, then marker name B. Then we are measuring it, performance.measure, then name, then marker name A and marker name B. Then we can get the measure entry, get entries by type measure. So we can get the start time and duration. So r.name, then start time, then duration. We can print the JSON representation of this object also. Then later we can clear the marks and also if required clear the measures. By default, when you close the browser, this marks will be cleared, also the measures. If you want to clear in any other scenario, you can use these methods. Here we are measuring the duration between two markers. This is very useful to calculate application specific custom metrics. Also the measures are displayed in the browser's DevTools performance timeline. Let me quickly start the application. If I go to the terminal, npm install. Okay, node app.js. Fine, the application is started. If I go here, let me refresh this. Yeah, if you see all the details are printed here, starting from high resolution timing API, start time, end time, duration, then navigation start plus now. Also for the navigation timing API, the detail for this specific URL, the web page, then entry type navigation, type reloaded because we reloaded the application, then transfer size, start time, redirect count, domain lookup, then connect time. Same way resource timing API, this print all the resources I am loading because I am loading in this current web page, I am loading this all script files, that those are considered as a resources. So for this script, again entry type, initiation type script, then start time, connect time, duration, then protocol, then domain lookup, same for other resources also. Then if I come down, user timing API, measure 1 to measure 2, start time, duration. Then paint timing API, first paint, this is the start time, first contentful paint, this is the start time. So if I go to console, so all those JSON representation are printed. So it's have other attributes also you can use based on your need. As we discussed earlier, let us quickly see how the custom measures are displayed in the performance timeline. Let me go to performance tab, click on this. Let me click the reload button. This is profiling now, let's wait. Okay, loading profile. Okay, the performance data is displayed. If you see here, there is timings. Under timings, we have something called measure 1 to measure 2. This is the custom metrics we defined through this user timing API. So it taken 3.07 seconds. Also it started from here and it's ended here. So our custom metrics is integrated to this performance timeline. Performance APIs are very useful to measure the website performance. Some APIs are not covered in this video. Maybe we can see it in the next video. Let me post the URL for the demo application to the video description. Feel free to provide your comments. Thanks all for watching the video. See you in the next video.